guys, welcome to my video. This is going to be a very, hopefully an in-depth quadrobics tutorial. At least I'm hoping for it to be, because I've noticed when looking for tutorials on YouTube, there aren't really any good ones. So I'm going to try to make sure I have the best tips and tricks and just general facts. And yeah, and by the way, I recommend not doing this with the mask on. I just have a mask on for privacy reasons, because you know, you don't want to, it's like running like on two legs, but with the mask on. So yeah, and don't mind the interruptions of the cats. I have 4 of them. They're not going away anytime soon. All right, let's get started. So to start, you're gonna wanna learn how to do a nice and simple walk. That way you can kind of get used to the feeling of being on all fours. Now, the posture for this, other people can seem pretty weird, but after a while you can see it's pretty normal for us. So what you're gonna do, your hands, they really shouldn't be like this, because especially if you're jumping or running, your hand can go too far this way. It's happened to me and it hurts really bad. So no matter how much you really want to, I recommend not. I also recommend getting hand padding. It's just that I don't have any. But you can use like socks that have the little grips on them. So yeah. But to start, you're going to get into a kind of this position, which, you know, it's kind of like a frog position, because, you know, frogs kind of like that. But we don't jump like that, unless you are a frog. Then you can jump like that, I don't care. But I'm not. So, to start walking, you kind of want to and kind of keep your legs bended a little, but not too much, because if you keep your legs bended a whole bunch, it can get really, really difficult. But you do need to bend your legs a little, so you're not in like this pose, like yoga. So, like that. Make sure you're kind of like stretched out a bit, and make sure your back is straight. That way you can simply start walking. So, hi mouse. Once you have that done, you can start with the movements. I'm gonna try to demonstrate this as best as I can. For walking, get your back leg and kind of move it up, and do the same with this arm, but move them at the same time. So, and then do it with the other. Walking should look like this. See, super easy. Now, that's the best way. I know how to walk. I'm not like a professional. This isn't like a professional sport or anything, but it's the way I learned, and this is how the way I walk on a daily basis when I do quadrobics. I don't like walk like that in public. No, I'm good. But once you get the basics down of walking, you can go on to a slightly faster speed, which we will get into right now. Now, the next is which I think is called cantering. This is at least the speed I go. This is like how you go fast, and like you can do it like faster and faster. It's pretty cool actually. So you're gonna want to get into your position again, and cantering is where you move your 2 back legs pretty much one at a time, but in a super quick manner. So kind of like that. So your back legs do that and move them forward. So and then your front legs will do the same thing right after. So that should look like this. Like that. I'm probably gonna do it slower so that way it's easier to see, because I know I was kind of very quick. Hi mouse, hi Cassie. So it's kind of like this. Like that. So take a while to get accompanied with that, and then we can move on to the next thing, which is speeding up. Speeding up is exactly how it sounds. You're doing the same motions, just faster. So you could speed walk or canter even faster. And I know there's other forms of walking and running and stuff, like trotting, but like you could take a simple walking, it's like a speed walking, and you could take a simple cantering to a very, very fast cantering. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All you need to do is speed up your motions a bit. So instead of, let's say for cantering, instead of going, you would go, and it really does make you seem more animalistic than usual, which I find really, really cool. And if you can do it really well, it may make you seem more of that animal than human. Okay, so once you've got all the walking and cantering and running down, this is going to be probably the hardest part of quadrobics. It's jumping. Jumping can be pretty difficult if you don't do it correctly, and you can actually injure yourself. As of most sports, so I wouldn't say this is like the most dangerous thing, but so you want to be careful. So jumping is actually pretty simple. I'm gonna move back here. So for a jumping motion, we're gonna do small hops instead of big ones. So to jump, it's like extending your legs a bit, kind of like real jumping. So real jumping, like you kind of like bend your legs and push off. It's the same thing. You bend your legs. So I would practice jumping and landing on your back legs first. So like, and make sure you like bring your front hands up here. So you like, so then once you get that down, because actually you're supposed to land on your front paws. It's like this. So let me show you again, back here. So I can do it very slowly. You go. Once you get that down, you can pretty much, you can jump over small objects. Not really big ones though, little. Like that. So take a while to practice that, and I'll show you how to do bigger jumps. Now it's time to learn bigger jumps. This is for when you're actually gonna jump over things. Make sure you don't rush this part and don't try to jump over anything too high, because if you do, you may get hurt. Because like you need to work out your arms, because if you land on your arms and your arms can't take the weight, you'll face plant on the ground, and you don't want to do that because you can break your nose, teeth, hurt your head. So like, not even in my experience can I jump over something this tall. Probably because I'm short, but I'm not there yet. So I would recommend starting out jumping over something like this. This is a clarinet. I'm not gonna like land on it though. And I would start on height and the distance. So to do this, you would wanna do the same amount of motion. So I can do it slowly for you. You extend your legs, bring your arms up here, and do that. So you can get better and better at that. And once that becomes like way too easy for you, you clear it every time. You can add a few things. Right. Here we have a whole bunch of textbooks, which we are gonna put on top of, on the bottom of the clarinet. So you can see how I jump higher. Oh God, these are heavy. Okay, so now we have a slightly higher thing to jump over. Bring it over that. Wait, never mind. Oh. Okay. So, kind of. Make sure you kind of get a running start. It's easier to do that, in my opinion. So, like, see? So once you get that, you can go higher and higher until you can jump a significant amount. I do recommend not jumping over anything taller than your waist. So if you see me, I probably wouldn't be able to jump anything higher than where my waist is. And I'm 5 feet tall, so I think the taller you are, probably the more likely you'll be able to jump higher, just like real people. So I probably shouldn't be able to jump anything up to here, but it may be different, because maybe if I have strong legs, I'd be able to jump over it a little bit more. You can see here now, it's slightly taller because I just grabbed that pillow, so I should be able to jump over that too, because I know it doesn't even go up to my knees. So even in like regular jumping, I can jump over it pretty well. But in quadrics jumping, I should also be able to jump over it relatively easily. Okay, so see, that wasn't that hard either. So for you, you have to jump. You have to keep working on the level you're already at. Once you know you are 100% good, and I recommend recording you. That way you can see if you like the form you're in, if you know it's proper, and you're not gonna hit anything, and you're not gonna topple over the tower of things, or unless you made a thing like I did, which is right here. It's very cool. So I recommend really working on it, because I know if you're on TikTok, you've probably seen all these people who do like super cool jumps, but they probably worked really hard on it. So if you work really hard on it, you will make it too. You will make it there too. So I believe in you. And yeah, if you get good and you watch this tutorial and you're on YouTube, make sure you tag me in it if you take a video, because I would love to see that people actually watch my videos. And I know my last video got like more than 100 views in less than a day, but still. So I would love to see that, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Oh, there we go. 3, 2, 1. Hi guys, welcome to my new video. Okay, let me restart. My cat, this is Mouse. He's still a little cat, and he's very aggressive. You're a good boy, Mouse. Oh, okay. Mouse, stop. So, say hi, this is Mouse. Okay, bye, Mouse. His name is Mouse because he was the small one. He's not small anymore, though. He's actually really big. Sit down, right, Mouse. You're so big. He's a sweet. Nothing else to that. He's just a sweet. Very cute. Oh, look. Say hi, Cassie. Hi. Take a break, sorry. Say hi. Cassie, say hi. No? Okay. So once you get the small hops down, you can go little.